When it comes to luxury, style, and capturing the attention of the world, no one does it quite like Paris Hilton. But in recent years, the pop culture icon and heiress has taken on a new, heartwarming role, not just as a business mogul or reality TV star, but as a doting, full-time mother to two of the cutest toddlers on the internet, Phoenix Riem and London Riem. And if there's anything that proves Hilton's children are already living the most fabulous childhood imaginable, it's their jaw-dropping, head-turning collection of one of the world's hottest and rarest toys, Labubu dolls. Yes, Labubus. These wide-eyed, furry, mischievous designer toys have taken the collectible world by storm, and Paris Hilton's kids are right at the center of the craze. In a recent TikTok video that immediately sent fans into a frenzy, Paris shared a dreamy afternoon lounging on a floral blanket with baby London, just 21 months old, snuggled beside her, and little Phoenix, now 2, running gleefully around the yard. But it wasn't just the adorable kids or Hilton's picture-perfect garden that stole the spotlight. It was the jaw-dropping display of Labubu dolls, some as large as the children themselves, that truly had fans gasping. In the video, Paris, dressed in her signature effortless glam, carefully introduced her babies to 3 oversized Labubu dolls, each one nearly as tall as London. These collector's items aren't just cute, they're a rare flex in the designer toy community, and Paris has no problem showing off just how unique her kids' toy chest really is. She then helps Phoenix and London unbox a few regular-sized Labubus, followed by some mid-sized ones, all of them decked out in various colors and playful expressions. For anyone keeping track, these toys can cost hundreds, sometimes even thousands, of dollars depending on their rarity and edition, but Hilton doesn't just flaunt wealth, she shares moments of genuine joy and motherhood. In the clip, once the collection is laid out, the family piles the entire plush crew into a red wagon, which Phoenix proudly pulls through the backyard. The scene is pure, Instagrammable magic, and the internet couldn't get enough. Captioning the video with her signature sparkle, Paris wrote, "The way London can barely peek over the giant Labubu #cutesy crew. I want to see your Labubus. Show me pics in the comments. #slivingmom." It's a perfect reflection of who Paris Hilton has become, a woman who still lives in a sparkling world of couture and cameras, but now with sticky fingers, plush toys, and giggles as part of her daily routine. Despite being born into the spotlight, Phoenix and London are clearly growing up in a home that values love, play, and of course, style. And while the Labubu collection is undeniably extravagant, it's also a sweet reminder that Paris Hilton, once the queen of club nights and red carpets, is now finding her joy in wagons full of toys and toddler laughter. As fans across TikTok and Instagram marveled at Paris Hilton's adorable Labubu-filled afternoon with Phoenix and London, one thing became abundantly clear: this is no ordinary childhood. These aren't just toys. In true Hilton fashion, they're collectibles, status symbols, and an extension of the glamorous, imaginative world Paris has created for her family. And while her signature catchphrases like, "That's hot," or "sliving," a mashup of slaying and living your best life, might once have described parties and runway looks, they now seem tailor-made for her current life as a proud and playful mom. Paris has made no secret of her commitment to motherhood. Since welcoming Phoenix in January 2023 via surrogate, followed by daughter London later that year, the heiress has embraced the role of parenthood with the same passion she once reserved for music festivals and fashion shows. And while she still headlines star-studded events, like her unforgettable 44th birthday bash earlier this year, she does so now with her most prized guests in tow, her children. In fact, that very birthday party, held in classic Hilton style, with a guest list of celebrities and socialites, included front-row VIP access for Phoenix and London. Dressed in matching pink sweatsuits emblazoned with Paris across the front, the two toddlers melted hearts across social media as they stole the spotlight from their famous mom. Paris captioned the photos lovingly, writing, "Feeling like the luckiest mama celebrating my birthday with my 2 little angels. Phoenix and London, you are my greatest gifts." It wasn't just a party, it was a declaration: the most important chapter in Paris Hilton's life is happening now. But as glamorous as things might look, Hilton has opened up about the emotional weight of motherhood too. In interviews, she's expressed her desire for her kids to live grounded, happy lives where they can follow their own dreams, away from the pressures of the spotlight if they so choose. When asked if she hoped her children would follow in her entertainment footsteps, Paris was candid. "I hope that they're not," she told E! News. "It's a lot. You need to be very strong. I am very strong and I know I'm going to raise them to be, but I just hope that they do what they want to do." It's a rare moment of vulnerability and honesty from someone whose image has often been defined by perfection and paparazzi. And it speaks volumes about how seriously Paris takes her role as a mother. She's not just raising mini fashionistas. or future influencers, she's raising kind, strong individuals with their own sense of purpose. Of course, it helps that Phoenix and London are growing up in a world where imagination is celebrated. From their sprawling backyard filled with wagons and mega-sized Labubus to a household filled with love and luxury, these kids are surrounded by joy. And perhaps most importantly, they're growing up with each other. Because as much as Paris Hilton gives them designer toys, epic parties, and a passport to a charmed life, the real gift she's given them is siblinghood. A bond that already seems unbreakable even in the glittering world of Hollywood royalty. Few moments capture hearts quite like the raw, unfiltered sweetness of sibling love, and that's exactly what fans see in the tender relationship between Paris Hilton's two children, Phoenix and London. While Paris is no stranger to viral moments, the ones that feature her son gently kissing his baby sister's forehead or cuddling beside her as she naps have created a new kind of buzz, one that isn't about fame or fortune, but about family. Paris often shares these precious glimpses of her kids' bond on social media, letting fans in on her world not just as a celebrity, but as a doting mom soaking in every magical moment. She gushes over how protective Phoenix already is of his baby sister. In one particularly heart-melting clip, Paris describes how he gently rubs London's head and stays close to her, a natural big brother who radiates love and security. He's just so gentle. It's the cutest thing, Paris said. It melts my heart every day. And that heart-melting dynamic isn't just for show. It represents the cornerstone of Paris Hilton's new identity. For someone who was once labeled the ultimate party girl, Paris is now creating a legacy rooted in tenderness, routine, and deep emotional connection. The toys, the matching outfits, and the themed celebrations all tell a story of care and thoughtful planning, but they're also symbolic of something much deeper, a mother's fierce desire to give her children a magical childhood full of wonder and belonging. This transition into motherhood hasn't dimmed Paris's public presence, it's evolved it. While she still attends fashion weeks and red carpet events, she now walks those carpets not just as a global icon, but as a mom with a stroller waiting backstage. At charity events, like the Young Hearts Friend Fest benefiting God's Love We Deliver on January 28, 2025, she proudly brought Phoenix and London along, showing the world that her children are a part of her journey, not separate from it. And this is where Paris stands out among celebrity parents. She's blending her brand with her new life in a way that's authentic and fresh. Her role as a living mom is both playful and powerful. In the same way she turned reality TV into a cultural phenomenon, she's now redefining what modern motherhood can look like for women who refuse to give up their identities when they have children. Instead of choosing between glamour and grounding, she's opted for both. Fans and followers, especially other mothers, find themselves inspired by Paris's version of parenting, not because it's perfect, but because it's passionate. Her transparency about wanting to protect her children from fame while still being proud of them is a reminder that even the most high-profile figures want the same things we all do: healthy, happy kids who feel loved and secure. As Phoenix grows more aware and London continues to reach milestones, the spotlight may grow brighter on this next-generation Hilton-Riem duo. But thanks to Paris's conscious choices and unshakable love, these two children are being raised in a world where sibling connection, emotional strength, and a strong sense of self come first, even before the biggest toy on TikTok or the fanciest birthday bash. And through it all, Paris Hilton isn't just living, she's sliving, in the truest sense of the word. As Paris Hilton continues to embrace this beautiful, chaotic, love-filled chapter of her life, what becomes clear is that she's not just building memories, she's building a legacy. One that breaks away from the flashy headlines of her past, and instead carves out a deeper, more intentional narrative for her children, Phoenix and London. Behind the glitz of pink sweatsuits, viral TikToks, and overflowing wagons of Labubus, there's a story of generational transformation, one in which Paris is rewriting what it means to grow up Hilton, even with her two little ones still in their toddler years. Paris is already thinking big picture. In interviews and social media posts, she's made it clear that she doesn't necessarily want her kids to follow in her footsteps when it comes to fame. "I hope that they're not," she said honestly in an earlier interview when asked if she wants Phoenix and London to become entertainers. "It's a lot. You need to be very strong." It's a revealing moment of vulnerability and self-awareness from someone who has spent decades living under a microscope. This statement isn't a dismissal of her own career, it's a reflection of the lessons she's learned and the strength she's built along the way. Paris is one of the rare few who went from being labeled as famous for being famous to becoming a successful entrepreneur, activist, DJ, producer, and now, a powerful maternal figure. That evolution didn't happen by chance. It came from resilience, reinvention, and a deep desire to heal past wounds while providing something different for the next generation. That's why her parenting style is so intentional. She's not just posting cute family moments for clout, she's sharing them to normalize joy, connection, and emotional bonding in a world that's often too obsessed with perfection. She wants Phoenix and London to know that their worth isn't tied to a camera flash or a trending hashtag, but to the love and values they carry within. Whether they grow up to be artists, scientists, or something else entirely, Paris is laying the foundation for them to flourish on their own terms, and she's not doing it alone. Carter Ream, Paris's husband and the father of their 2 children, has remained a steady, supportive partner in their parenting journey. Though he doesn't always share the spotlight, his presence behind the scenes adds another layer of stability to the Hilton Ream household. Together, they are raising their kids with a sense of groundedness, an anchoring force that balances out the extraordinary life they're destined to inherit. Events like the Young Hearts Friend Fest are more than just public appearances, they're teachable moments. Paris is showing her kids that giving back matters. That you can live in a mansion and still understand compassion. That you can have luxury and still lead with love. It's a message she hopes will guide Phoenix and London far beyond the social media reels and into real-life purpose. So, what does the future hold for Paris Hilton and her growing family? Only time will tell. But if these early years are any indication, it's a future filled with possibility, one where laughter echoes louder than paparazzi shutters, where kindness matters more than clout, and where every Labubu, birthday bash, and bedtime snuggle adds up to something that even fame can't buy, a childhood full of love, security, and magic. Paris Hilton isn't just living in her prime, she's thriving in a new era of motherhood, one post, one toy, one precious moment at a time. And in doing so, she's giving her children the greatest gift of all, the freedom to be fully, authentically themselves.